Greetings. Zach Stewart, hello, good morning. You are the first person in here. Taking a walk with Churchill. Greetings, hello everybody, hello, everybody's waving. Hello. It is I, the Cringe Lord, who uploads various amounts of memes for your entertainment and enjoyment. Very different walk already this morning from yesterday. Yesterday we had, out of nowhere, like a tropical storm. Rocky Rico, morning brother, morning to you. Good morning. Zach Stewart says, as good, Happy New Year. What do you mean by Happy New Year? Seriously, what's happy? I keep asking this. What does it mean by Happy New Year? Someone explain to me again, what does Happy New Year mean? I want someone to explain that to me. Anybody that's joining, what does it mean? Have a good year? That's what that means, have a good year. But why are you saying it today? Why didn't you tell me that a month ago? See, I'm trying to understand the mindset of these terms of have a good year. It's almost like, when you're taking a trip or you're leaving somebody's house and they say safe travels or be safe. You're almost like, well, you think about the term itself, you understand the sentiment, right? But then you really think about it and you're like, why wouldn't I not be safe? Why wouldn't I not be okay driving? Zach Stewart says, it's January 2025 where I live. Yeah, for the most of the world, it's January 2025, my friend. I understand the sentiment. I understand the what's the word I'm looking for? The terms of endearment behind it. But the terms really don't make sense because the typical person every day will always try to be safe, right? If I leave somebody's house, right? Of course I'm going to drive safely home. No, I'm recklessly driving on the highway looking to crash. If you really think about it, doesn't make that much sense. S7, S8, S7, S8, very cookie cutter term indeed. It doesn't really make that much sense to me when people say Happy New Year, or it's the same thing when people say thank God it's Friday. Yeah, that happens every week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you get to Friday. You do it every week. It's the same thing when people say, oh, how was the weekend? What'd you do? Oh, it's Monday again. Oh, it's Monday again. Yeah, this shit happens every fucking week. Every fucking week this happens. So you have to get in the mindset of these terms that society uses, that normal people use, they make absolutely no sense. Thank God it's Friday. Drive safely home. Happy New Year. All these fucking terms, and we're all victims of it. I'm a victim of it too. We all say these things. I just try to understand why we say these things, because they really don't make any sense. Even good morning.
Happy New Year.
It's like this guy just said Happy New Year on his bike. I understand the sentiment behind it. It's a term of endearment, a connection between humans, right? You wave at your neighbor, hello, hello, right? That's fine. Hello, hello. Even the term "what's up," I say "what's up" all the time. You really think about it, what does that mean? What's up? The sky. You know? Is that a dead animal in the road? I think that's a dead animal in the road. Let's see what creature of the night this is. This looks like a possum. Yeah, that's a dead possum. Oh, that's fresh too. Hey, look at that. Yeah, he's only been dead a couple hours. You can tell he's just dead in the road. So, like I was saying, you understand the terms behind things that people say, but when you really pull them apart, they really don't make sense. You think about the things you're saying. I've tried, even the word trying, right? People abuse the word trying. Trying is the intention to fail, right? We all use the word try. I'm trying, but you really don't. It's an intention to fail at the end of it. It's you're overusing it with no intention to really succeed. Because if you were planning to succeed, you would say, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it." Why doesn't everybody say that? Yeah, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds. No, I'm gonna try. People overuse the word try. Yeah, I'm gonna try. It's an intention to fail. Because if you really were gonna do it, you say you do it. Or you wouldn't even say it at all and you just do it. 5 Evan, what's up? See? I just said it right there. What's up? The sky. Right? 5 Evan asked, how is your weight loss going? So I got down to, you'd be surprised at this, 182, right? I was cruising at 182 and I took a trip. I went to many states, including North Carolina. And when you're on the road, the absolute worst thing for me is to be trapped in a car, in an airplane, for more than 6 to 7 hours. You eat bad. I need to move, right? At the bottom, that's really what it is. I have to fucking move. And being stuck in a car or any type of confinement for more than 5 hours is not good for my body. You eat badly because you're on the road. And I got back and I was right around 189, 190. It's an easy fix. I just get back out, do the same things I was doing. But to answer your question, 5M, I was cruising between 181 and 183 in the morning, which I was like, holy shit. I've never been close to 180 in many, many years. And I was cruising at that like around Thanksgiving. So I was doing real good, but that car ride, all those states, no. Not a good thing to do. The Real Like Charisma says, Happy Cookie Cutter New Year's. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You a good guy? I try to be a good guy. See, I try. I purposely said I try. Because I have the intention to fail. Because I'm not a good guy. I'm not a good guy. Especially on this past couple months, well, actually the past month. Definitely not a good guy, according to the people trying to ruin my life that are secretly watching these things when Chuck E. Cheese Ranch re-uploads them. I'm a monster because of the things I say and the things I post. 5 Evan, any odds you can get Genova on your Churchill chats? Yeah, if I pay him. If I paid Genova $100, he'd do it for about 10 minutes. The Real Lake Kresva. Yeah, some odd names in here. There's probably ones in here that are secret accounts that they're watching from. Hello. Are you having fun still trying to destroy my personal life? I hope you're having a good time doing that. I hope it keeps you busy. I hope it keeps the cold blood in you circulating well. 5 Evan, elaborate on that. It ain't me. No, I know. Hamburg blew up your spot. He said he from New Jersey. I was in your state looking for drones the other day. I was like, I'm looking out the window. I'm like, where are all the drones at? I don't see anything. Well, it's all right. Hamburg already blew up your spot. He said he good guy. He from Jersey. He from New Jersey. He good guy. The Real Lake Kresva, amazing how the drone story disappeared. I was talking about it yesterday. I didn't see any of that stuff. When I was driving through Jersey at nighttime, 5 Evan, I think I have Hamburg added. I have pics and stuff of me. I'm a dick sometimes, but not evil. It's all good, man. I know I can tell who the human filth are. And I'm not, in the one instance, I'm not talking about my human filth family members, not Kyle. I'm talking about trolls on here. I can tell who they are. You do a little experiments in your stories, and you immediately know who the human filth pieces of shit are. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get 2 miles in, maybe actually a little bit more than 2 miles, about 2.5 miles. And then I'm going to go to, I'm going to visit Winter Park and get some kai barbecue and dumpling. But with kai, you can get the crispy pork. I'm not getting any dumplings. Get the kai crispy pork. Gives you like, not even like a fistful of white rice. Right? Just the crispy pork. But 5 Evan, Kyle seemed to do 180 on his BLM approach. Absolutely. Kyle's the only one that's in my family that I speak to. He's the only one I trust. Remember, I always say on the one hand of people I trust, Kyle's one of them. He completely understands, but he doesn't want anything to do with the drama going on in my personal life, which I totally understand and respect. I don't talk to him about it unless he comes to me and talks about it, but he knows what his wonderful mother and sisters did and are still trying to do, and that are secretly watching. Chuck E. Cheese Ranches should be fucking proud that he reached a new niche of viewers and followers. Emotionally and mentally weak, obese white women. That's a new genre that he picked up on. That love watching The View. But yes, he did do 180. The Real Lake Kresva, have you ever met Adam Pollard? No, I have not. The Real Lake Kresva, on Nate's birth certificate, his actual name is Kai. 5 Evan, what are they doing? Oh, it's a long story, but it kind of started, I want to say probably around September of last year. when they found out I'm a Republican. Oh, did you know Adam's a Republican? Oh, oh my God. It started there, and then it ended with me sharing something. There's a lot of details that go into this. A lot of details. Multiple things that happened. But it ended with essentially them using something that I trusted my own mother and my own sisters with. Things that I spoke to them about that towards, I want to say, well, like, maybe even before September, right? Maybe before September. It's so many details. It's like really hard to narrow down. And then when I don't get the actual details, I'm a liar. You're talking about months of fucking multiple things. And as soon as you have a verbal like mishap, oh, he's lying. Oh, he's lying. But essentially, they use things to destroy the ability for me to see my children. And I'll leave it up for speculation. But essentially using things I told them, which are not incriminating or bad, it's just things I trusted them with, to use towards the relationship I have with my kid's mother, to destroy any sort of future relationship I have with my own children. They purposely did it. They knew exactly what they were doing. But besides that, it was the things I said, who I voted for, what I post. I'm a monster. I'm a liar. I'm this, I'm that. I don't take self-responsibility. All this shit. And then they're going to use now the things I'm saying and the things I'm posting they're going to be the martyr. So, 5 Evan asks, does it have to do with the LGBT? Yeah, absolutely. So my younger mentally and emotionally unstable baby hippopotamus sister is a they, them. And she said that I went to her, she's a chef. She said that I went to her restaurant's page, which I don't know, that could be Instagram or Facebook, and said anti-homophobic remarks, which is completely untrue. I don't go searching out places to make remarks like that. If I say it here, I say it here. If I make memes and jokes, they're here. I don't go anywhere else to do that. No, 5 Evan, actual they, them. Ask Riole Cresva. He can give you the details. And one of the things that was that happened when, I think it was the episode with Andrew Kalora of Chats with Churchill, I talked about my father. And I spoke about how, yes, he went into the hospital with COVID, but I don't think he died of COVID. I think either the hospital was negligent, they had a hand in his demise, they were getting a kickback on the respirators. I couldn't, when I was talking to Clora, I couldn't remember his actual age, so it was a verbal fuck up there. When that video posted, and I talked about my father at the 32-minute mark in that video. The 32-minute mark. Somebody, one of the trolls, screen capped her comment. She wrote like a whole autobiography because she was very triggered by the fact that I said that oh, my dad's a COVID warrior. Your dad wasn't a fucking COVID warrior. They used his death to play the fucking martyr card. Let's fly to New York and sit in a crowd. Dad's a COVID warrior. Do you have all the facts? You want to play that card? Go play that card. That's fine. Go do that stupid shit. Newsflash, your dad fucking didn't die of fucking COVID. That's my opinion. But somebody actually sat there all the way to the 32-minute mark to hear me talk about my dad and then leave a comment and leave all the personal information that I just spoke about. Not all of it, but the things going on in my personal life in the comment section of YouTube. a very human filth piece of shit type of thing to do, because I didn't go to fucking anybody else's page or their personal shit and leave all the stupid shit they've done in their life, being a they, them, and not being able to hold a relationship with your baby hippopotamus, LGBTQ, whatever, fucking girlfriend. Didn't do any of that. She decided to fucking come to my page and leave a comment. I was like, all right. And then I spoke to Kyle about it. And then that's when it kind of started to spiral from there. They obviously, being fat, obese, mentally and emotionally unstable white women who love The View, took her side, saying that I had this coming. That the verbal abuse I gave my younger sister years ago is, I had this coming. I was like, so I see where the line is drawn. Again, these things are my opinions, things I want to say here. You don't like it, you don't have to watch, but they have to play the martyr. They have to use it as their hill to die on. Oh, look, he's a fucking monster. How could he say this about his dad? I think my dad, wherever he is, heaven, wherever, would fucking understand. He'd be like, Adam, I think the hospital fucking killed me. But he's dead. What does it matter? He's dead. But how dare he? How dare he speak about these things? How dare he? What does it matter? He's fucking dead. But they gotta write whole autobiographies and then turn it into a whole anti-homophobic. Oh, he's anti-trans. He's this. He's a Nazi because he fucking voted for Trump. He's a white supremacist. That's when it really started to spiral out of control. 5 Evan, I need you to pick a side. You're like Hamburg Light. I remember that. So that's the specificity. And if Chuck E. Cheese Ranch is recording this and he posts it, that's the funny part, right? So my family was taking videos from Chuck E. Cheese Ranch's channel and sending them all to my entire family. Oh, look, I love the one that they sent the video of me fighting Jay Masters. So my younger sister sent it to my mom. My mom sent it to my kid's mom. Oh, look, he fought somebody years ago in Spanish River Park. So that's what I'm saying. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch hit a new niche in his viewership, which is democratic, liberal, mentally and emotionally unstable, fat white women. That's right. Support live music. I love it. So they'll watch this. I have nothing left to lose. The video I posted at 11:59 that went live at 11:59, that's for them. I have nothing left to lose. There's nothing left to lose. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Five Evan says, I was going to work a few days ago at 5 a.m, walking through my home, a garage, and remember the hundreds or thousands of hours of DRM I watched. I stopped for like 30 seconds and reminisced. The Real Life Cousin, you posted on YouTube? Yes, it went live last night at 11:59 p.m., right before midnight. The video is called 11:59. That video is for them. It's a message. The message is, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That's them. That's them. The CNN warriors, the View warriors. And I don't give a shit anymore. When something inside you dies, something else comes to take its place. You call me mentally fucking, deranged and a psychopath. Yeah, cool. I say worse things to myself in the mirror every day. But guess what? I know who I am, and I have nothing left to lose. The real life person says, I'm sorry you're going through this, Adam. May you find peace, brother. I'm not looking for peace. When it comes to peace, resort to war. It's called thermonuclear war. And once I'm done with all this, I have nothing left in Florida. I will be gone. So that's the message in that video. Once I'm done, and I'm done, there's nothing left for me. I'll disappear. And then people take that, I got calls. What do you mean you're going to disappear? What do you mean I'll disappear? I leave it up for interpretation. Think about it. You've destroyed every personal aspect of my life. Purposely. My family purposely went out of their way to make sure I never see my kids again. They took the steps to make sure that I don't have a relationship with my son and my daughter anymore. And again, there's multiple details, but I gave you some of them. So, I have nothing left to lose. I leave it up for interpretation what that means. It's not a threat, I'm not making threats. I'm just going to do some correcting. And once I'm done with the correcting, I will probably disappear. Disappear from Florida, disappear from the United States, who knows? Who knows? I might just show up on Ryan Banford's doorstep in Ireland. Who knows? Who knows? What would Big Lenny do? I don't know. Probably scratch his head and laugh. Robin World, what happened? I just explained it. I'm not going to go through 28 minutes of the same thing. 5N, I hope you're not talking about permanent disappearance. I thought about it during Thanksgiving. Listen, I'm going to say this now. I think only sane people think about suicide. I think people contemplate, think about it, and that's very different from doing it. But you think to yourself, right? If I've been categorized a monster, as a liar, as a piece of shit for the things I say, the things I post, and you have, right? These are blood relatives, right? And then they pass this information and they kind of brainwash my kid's mother to think the same thing, right? And she's in fear that I'm going to do something stupid, or the way I think and the way I act around my children is actually real, right? Imagine you think that the internet is real life, right? That the memes that I post for dark sense of humor are the way I actually think. And that I act out on these things. That I'm a white supremacist monster Nazi, right? So you have people actively doing that, and it essentially takes your life and throws it into a tailspin, right? My life revolves around my children. I'm not the best dad, I'm not the greatest dad, but financially, everything, if whatever I have to give, I give. No matter what. Everything I do in my life, or in my life, past tense, was for the benefit of my children. So you remove that aspect, right? And you remove other aspects, what is there left? That was their goal, to teach me a lesson. That was their goal, to teach me a lesson. Oh, they taught me a lesson, but not the one they intended for. So that video that went live on this channel last night, that's a message to them. The real life crisis, Adam, don't discount that this is an extra rough patch and it could get better. Good morning, sunshine. That's parking. Cornelius, what's up, man? See, I said what's up again. Oh, this guy. 5 Evan, you cannot delete yourself. The misfits need you. Yeah, that's cringy as fuck. The misfits need you. I could give two shit about things online, really, when it comes to that. I post things as like the things that it's just a form of therapeutic. I see something, my dark sense of humor goes in one direction, I make it into a meme and I post it. If I didn't come on here and do lives and stop posting, like, think about it, life goes on. Things, life goes on. But no, I'm not going to kill myself. That's like I said, I think it's only normal in life when you have nothing left to lose to think about, well, then why are you here, right? You think about, well, why are you here? If you have nothing left to lose. And I think I preach the fact that people go through the suck, as I call it, the hard parts in their life, but eventually they get out of it. And I've been through some really, really rough parts. And again, I'm not playing a victim. It's not the martyr card. These are facts. These are facts. But we'll see. How you doing? Five Evan, it sounds like you were planning something for them. Nah, everything's going to be peachy keen fine. Everything with them is going to be just fine. It's not a threat. Not making threats. Not at all. Things will be taken care of. That's all I'm going to say. Everything's going to be just fine. Robert World, family members that keep their kids away from their dads are miserable sons of bitches. Well, it's a little bit different when they go out of their way purposely to destroy your life, to teach me a lesson. I'm not making that up. To teach me a lesson. You know what's? I'll go back a little bit here. So I didn't know who was sending video links from Chuck E. Cheese Ranch's channel. I don't know who was passing it around, right? And the last fucking thing on my mind was, oh, it's my family. You're supposed to trust your family, right? And then I find out it is them. My younger sister, my mom. Yeah. You know how I found that out? I did a live and told Chuck E. Cheese Ranch, make sure you post this one because I want to find out, I want to test the theory. They fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. A couple days later, my mom sent me a link cursing me out. I'm like, all I needed to see. Now I know who's been fucking sending this around. Tampa Terry 1, what the fuck? Why are they trying to teach you a lesson, bro? Who the hell do they think they are? They're right. I'm wrong. I'm mentally deranged. I'm a monster. I'm a liar. You know, I'm making all this up. And by all means, you know, this is my side. This is my opinion. My, as the cookie cutter say, my truth. They'll say their entire side, you know, whatever picture they want to fucking paint. You know, I went to my sister's restaurant page and sent anti-homophobic remarks. Show me the fucking remarks. Where are they? Take a screen cap, send it to me. I said even to Kyle, never went to any of her restaurant pages. And what do I get out of going to her fucking restaurant page and making anti-homophobic remarks? She could delete them. It's the stupidest fucking thing. Five Evan, I'm always here if you need to chat. Churchill, if you want to share your info, why don't you share theirs? Oh, Five Evan, trust me. I've handed out homework assignments. I'll leave it at that. Real like Kresva knows what I'm talking about. homework assignments have been handed out. But like I said, it's not a threat. This is just me sharing my opinion. Freedom of speech. I'm not going to do anything stupid. Yes, 5 Evan. All of them. Well, except for my younger sister. My younger sister is in Woodstock, New York. I was just up there too. Not too far away. If I wanted to do something stupid, which I'm not, I could have done it then. But it's called being a cerebral assassin, playing 4D chess. Well, you're doing a live saying all these things. Isn't that doing something dumb? No, I'm just talking about it. Just sharing my opinion. It's freedom of speech. I'm not saying I'm going to commit a crime or do anything stupid. I'm not that dumb. Again, these are not threats. This is sharing actual things that happen. These are historical events. 5 Evan, I once did reconnaissance work for the bully in real life. I need more specificity, 5 Evan. What kind of reconnaissance work did you do? Tampa Terry 1. Are they trigger leftist, bro? Absolutely. You're talking about democratic, leftist, fat, obese, mentally and emotionally weak white women who watch CNN and The View and cheered for Kamala Harris, which was never my beef against them. I could care less who they vote for. They were always coming to me. Well, actually, my brother-in-law was constantly sending me shit, trying to, I guess, in a very, passive-aggressive way, call me a piece of shit because I support supposedly pieces of shit, white supremacist Nazis. You should have seen what happened when Tony Hinchcliffe made that Puerto Rican joke. You should have seen that range of a day when that went down, because my brother-in-law is Puerto Rican and my sister, who's half Dominican, she had to post something on Instagram. Oh, my husband's this, my husband's that, and anybody that thinks that's funny, is a piece of shit. I thought it was hysterical. It's a joke, so I'm a piece of shit. She knew what she was doing. She knew she was alienating me immediately when she posted that. But that's her. She wants to post that on Instagram. Go right ahead. I didn't say anything about it. I knew what she meant, because her husband, my brother-in-law, messaged me that night. Trump's a piece of shit, racist. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That joke he just did about Puerto Ricans. I'm like, huh? I'm out. I think I was in Target. I'm like, what is he talking about? And I found out it was Tony Hinchcliffe. I didn't see the whole thing, and I said, oh, this is great. I'll watch it when I go home. My brother-in-law immediately unfollowed me. And then my sister posted the Puerto Rican flag on her Instagram, saying that my husband's a hardworking Puerto Rican man, and he's this and he's that, and anybody that supports or thinks this is funny is a piece of shit. I was like, all right. But that was we were already on the roadway to the end result, which is what I explained in this live. We were already on that way. Five Evan, I won't say much. Let's just say patterns and schedules were discovered. Nice. Temperature and leftist activists are mentally ill, violent animals. Temperature and leftists want children on sterilized drugs. They think they know Trump will rely for... Yeah, they can... Whatever hill they want to die on. The real Ed Kresva. Yeah, that's one. That's my younger one. And the other thing too is, when you leave a comment, right? If you leave a comment on my YouTube page, and my Instagram, the trolls are going to see it, and they have no idea how trolls work. Just like, and this is not me knocking Jay, this is just past events. They think I'm every troll account, just like Jay thought I was every troll account. So they think all the trolls responding to them are me. So when trolls were responding to my baby elephant younger sister, actually, I'm sorry, she's not a baby. I'm wrong. I'm a liar. She actually is not a baby elephant anymore because she went and got the surgery done instead of, actually putting the fork down and walking and doing exercise, and living a healthier life. She went and got the surgery done where you remove half your stomach and then try to convince my mom to do the same thing. My younger sister didn't realize that she's talking to trolls and they were just fucking adding gasoline to the fire. Robin World, keeping kids away from someone for petty reasons can backfire on the person in the courts, especially if you're the one financially supporting the kids. That's all I've ever done is financially support my children. Even in troubling times now, financially, any little bit. If I can get it to my kids, I get it to my kids. Their mom doesn't want to talk to me or have anything to do with me based on shit that they've told them. I can't do anything about that. But the fact of trying to keep my kids away from me and sabotaging the ability to see my children, that started with my family. They knew exactly what they did when they purposely went to my kid's mom and started telling her things and spreading lies and twisting and manipulating situations. Leftists behave like terrorists now, absolutely. Michael says, morning and happy new year, brother. Just got here, and to hear people are turning on for political social. What do you mean by happy new year? What does that mean? Let's go back to the beginning of this live. What does happy new year mean? I appreciate the sentiment, though. 5 Evan, do you have goals for this year? Yes, but I won't. They're not goals because it's 2025. I have goals every year. But I won't say them here. There's just things that I need to do. That's how I see it as. What are the things I need to do? There's a list. There's a list. The trolls are another thing too, this is outside of this whole topic I just spoke about, but trolls are very upset that Chuck E. Cheese Ranch keeps reposting my lives. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch, you watching this, you're going to start getting people that are going to be trying to flag your videos for hate crimes and all that because I get the DMs. And I'm not joking around. I seriously get these DMs. They're not a lot. Maybe I've gotten 2 or 3 of them from troll accounts threatening, you better tell Chuck E. Cheese Ranch to stop reposting you. We don't want to see your face. We want you that, all that same noise. I can't do anything about what Chuck E. Cheese Ranch is posting. I don't ask him now to repost my lives. I did before, trying to catch who was sending around links within my inner circle. Yeah, a list. I suppose you're right, Michael says about the Happy New Year comment. What does it mean? I never thought of it. I'm just going in positive, I guess. I spoke about in the beginning, what do those terms mean? Happy New Year. Why are you saying this now? The clock, literally all it does is the clock changes. Do you say Happy New Year when it goes from 4:49 a.m. to 4:50 a.m.? Do you say happy 4:50 a.m. in the morning? I'd never understood. People use things like Happy New Year's and St. Patty's Day, all these holidays to either buy stuff for themselves, get drunk and get high. And again, my opinion, how I see things, this view, I've had this view for many, many years. And I was dragged to New Year's Eve parties and all these other different events on holidays. You look around and you're like, this is the highlight of your fucking day, or not even, maybe even your life or your year was today. And your New Year's resolutions, talk about the biggest hypocritical cookie cutter shit you could fucking do. You make a list of things you're going to accomplish in the new year. Why do you have to wait till the clock changes to the new year to do these things? Oh, Adam, you're a hater. Why can't you be positive? Think about what I'm saying. Take a second, think about it. Instead of getting emotionally triggered by it, think about what I'm saying. Why are you waiting to the new year, right, to put forward a list of things that you're going to do? You should already been doing these things. If they're so important, why are you waiting to the new year? You could be doing them already. But people need that, like, the gun to be fired for them to start the race. You don't need it. You could be doing these things already. Yes, 5 Evan. 5 Evan, hottest woman ever in the Genova verse? I can't think of any. Tampa, where I live, the leftists sterilize children. They are abusive freaks. Yep. Real Light Creza says people getting ooey and gooey because of time and date change. Somebody sent me yesterday a picture of the time when we were all together at Bradford Manor. Rob Zilla was still alive. Obviously, Lenny was still alive. And I just saw it and I was like, you really like start to reminisce like fuck, you know, like 2 of these people in this video are fucking gone. Like, who's next? You really start thinking to yourself, like, it could, like that, it all could be gone. All could be gone. All could be gone. No, not any of those people, 5 Evan. They're not my cup of tea. I like Spanish women. If you watch my stories, you see that I post, God, I'm having a brain fart. Salma Hayek. You see that I post Salma Hayek? You know exactly the type of women I'm into. And that's just again, that's my niche, that's my thing. 5 Evan, Saul, Big Rich, Rob, Lenny, I'm sure I'm missing a few. Big Swole. Yeah, I mean, like, there's even maniacs that have passed on. None of you guys remember Urban Farmer. All right? Urban Farmer. He was a troll that hated my guts. Just like, 99.9% of the Misfit Universe troll side that want me dead. All this bullshit. Yada, yada, yada. And I'll leave you guys with this story because it's actually a story I like to tell. Urban Farmer was from Canada, and he would, send me, you're a leech, you're a piece of shit, you need to, disappear. The same stuff that like I've been listening to for years, right? And I'm like, oh my God, like come up with new fucking material. And when my dad died, he reached out to me, right? He came out of nowhere and he said, hey, sorry for your loss. I was like, interesting. And then, long story short, me and him started to converse. And it was obviously during COVID, right? And he was being kept away from his girlfriend. And he was having a hard time dealing with it. So he would talk, he would share, like, you know, a lot of the things that he was going through. And I got to know the kid. What happens? What's the end result? He has a shootout with Canadian cops in his home. Did I know he was mentally unstable? A little bit, you know, because he would show pictures of guns and a shotgun, and he would talk about ending his life, and we would talk about it. And I'm like, listen, if you're coming to me to tell you to not take your life, I'm the wrong person, because you're in control of the things, your actions, and what you do in your own life. Do I think things will get better? They always get better. You go through the darkness, and you go through the suck, and things don't always stay like that. But you have the ability to change that. You ending your life, you're not going to have the ability to come out on the other side seeing that. And he decided to get all ooey and gooey and have a shootout with Canadian cops. Really, like Chris, I was in a group chat with him, talked to him the day of. It hit hard. Oh, wow. I didn't know what happened until Tom T. Sellis, who's a retired Canadian cop, reached out to me and told me about it. I would have never known. So I'll leave you with that story. I'm about to end this walk. We're can you see that? No. Oh, there you go. 2.5 miles. Heart rate's 130. All right. I'm going to end this live. Thank you all for joining. And I'll leave you now with the last great words of my now deceased grandmother, which is stay inside. Don't do anything stupid. See you guys when I see you. Adios.